Good morning, folks. I'm here to talk about part two of our two-part course, Country Rock, the roots and royalty of country rock, 1965 to 1980. What we do in part two is I continue describing the evolution of country rock, which is actually very fascinating. We probe the fertile decade of the 1970s, and we take an in-depth look at the importance of harmony singing, featuring the careers of really the kings of that style of harmony, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, the rich catalog, often overlooked, of the great Canadian singer and songwriter and guitarist Neil Young, the group Poco, the new Riders of the Purple Sage from the Bay Area, Pure Prairie League out of Colorado, Rick Nelson, yes, that Rick Nelson, folks, and of course Linda Ronstadt, who was really the queen of country rock, and then Emmylou Harris, and the greatest country rock band ever, the Eagles, as well as trends in instruments, arrangements, and lyric writing that made up the songs. So, week one, we really look at how the superstars moved in, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and then later Neil Young. Week two, I talk about some of those aforementioned groups that never really got their proper due in the 1970s, groups like Poco and Pure Prairie League and Rick Nelson and the New Riders and a couple of others, and how the mid 1970s brought what I describe as the second wave of country rock. Week three, the women who created and redefined country rock, most notably, of course, Linda Ronstadt and Emmylou Harris. We also look at some other people who didn't get as much notoriety but were very important, people like Mary Chapin Carpenter, and much later, people like Sheryl Crow, and the Dixie Chicks, who are now called simply the Chicks. In this class, we pay our respects to the trailblazing women of country rock, appreciating a group of artists who have run the gamut from folk to country to rock, pop and beyond, and who have made a lasting impression on American music. And of course, week four, we talk about the Boys of Summer, the incredible legacy of the Los Angeles band, the Eagles, how four guys from all over America became America's popular band, most popular band probably of all time. So that's part two. I sure hope you can make both of them. Again, part two is Zoom, very important. And part one is live and part two is Zoom. But I promise that they'll both be a lot of fun and worth your while. So I hope to see you at both classes. Bye bye.